Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Diablo 3 Status Update, episode number 36, and today, for the background footage, we're going to have the female demon hunter killing things in the world of Sanctuary because there's no better way to vanquish evil than in high heels. Also, really quick, I wanted to touch on some housekeeping things. Please, I'm still open to new feedback about any aspect of my videos, but specifically the introduction. It's looking like I'm going to keep the current introduction that you just saw for Status Update for probably the next month or two. Every 6 weeks or so I intend on reworking and making a fresh introduction to sort of keep up with the times. So, moving right along, I also gave my channel a makeover, so if you haven't seen the front page of my channel, please check this video's information, check it out, it's cool, thank you very much. Moving right along, the first topic we're going to talk about today is the Witch Doctor's been revealed. I'm only going to touch on this briefly. Basically, the Darkness Falls Heroes Rise promotional website has now revealed the Witch Doctor information, so if you're thinking about playing a Witch Doctor, you don't know what you're going to play yet, you can go watch the promotional video for the Witch Doctor I did. It's pretty badass. And that's all I got for you on that. The next one, there will be no worldwide release. Now this is probably the biggest topic that I will touch on today. No worldwide release is actually pretty huge because it means that it's a global client still, it's a global product, but regions will have different release times because different regions will have different prices for the game. Like, for example, Russia's client is cheaper than the rest of Europe's. So Russia's client will be released later than the rest of Europe's. Now the Russians are telling Blizzard this is BS, we don't want to have to pay extra for the European client, and they're whining that they're going to have to pay extra. That's not the real reason. In truth, the real reason why the Russian client isn't coming out at the exact same time the European client is because Blizzard doesn't want the Europeans, the rest of Europe rather, to buy the Russian client rather than the European client, because then they would lose a lot of money, not just the small amount of money they would lose if the Russians got their hands on their own client ahead of time. So, moving right along, the next topic is the open beta ends. I'm still loving your feedback on that. Please send me any and all feedback related to the open beta, your experience with it or lack thereof, tee-hee-hee, whether or not you got in. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow. In fact, what am I talking about? A lot about that. My whole episode of the Mailroom tomorrow is going to be talking about what you guys thought of this open beta last weekend, and how it went. Was it laggy? I thought it was kind of laggy, but it was actually, there were some instances where I was able to play for a few hours with friends, and it was totally fun. So, mixed experiences there, but that came to an end. Personally, I was hoping that they would just leave it until the end of May, or until the end of April, but it's gone. So, and the last point, there's a second chance to get a sigil, or all of the sigils. If you haven't been keeping up with the Darkness Falls Heroes Rise contest to get the bonus sigils before the release of the game, they're actually going to have a way that you can get it, I believe, over the next 2 weeks, through May the 17th. I'm not sure if that's just going to be up there and you can go get it immediately, or how it's going to work yet. I'll see if I can find a link related to this and posted it in this video's information. But basically, if you missed out on any of the sigils, and I know a lot of people that did, you can still get them. And what this sigil does is, it sends you you give them the email that your Battle.net account will be linked to, and they send that account. Once Diablo 3 is registered to it, when you log in, there will be a custom banner you created, but more importantly, an unlocked sigil to decorate your banner with that you otherwise wouldn't have, and that won't exist and will not be unlockable ever again in the history of Diablo 3. And 3 years from now, people will be going, "Where did you get that wicked, sweet, awesome sigil, derp?" So, anyway, thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Check out my channel's homepage. Tell your friends if you like it. Share it. Like my videos. Upvote them on Reddit, etc., etc. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.